They're gonna. This is going to be the second time today that they've had a team that we'll say that was seeded higher in terms of kind of how we expected them to play, but nevertheless, we'll have to wait and see how it does go. Look at this aggression coming out from NASR straight up. Two players straight down towards middle. It's going to be Greens holding the angle, hitting nice shot, still pushing up towards second mid. They have found a trade there. Shinobi taking down Greens, but Breaker swings wide, finding another. Shinobi falls, and now it's only Temka. I think they know his position, and the gig is up. Unfortunately, he will be pushed from all different angles. Oh, they haven't seen him yet. Nami will be punished for that as well. And Temka, he's tapping away. He's made it. Ooh.
That was spooky. All right, NASR with the push straight down mid and the very fast flank onto D13. Nice quick pistol round. That's what we like to see. Now, we're playing the old money. It's good to know. Let's see. So this is... we cast our minds back a week to pre-update CS. We're going to be playing that once again. So let's see what's going to come out here. It should be fairly standard stuff, the way we used to see things from the T side. No bomb plant, which means they'll buy into pistols and armor here, then save next round for that gun round on the 4th, assuming I don't get too much done with the pistols. And on NASR, very standard pistol, not even pistols, SMGs, single rifle, scout there as well, which isn't really a rifle, although it's technically one.
Technically.
D13, though, going for some mid-presence, holding off this pushing banana, which is coming in from Greens, but all right, that's how you start a round. Easy.
Yeah, the deagle shots have been quite prominent in the past couple of maps that we have been able to watch, so now we're going to just see that prevail quite heavily. We've had two pistols find the first and opening frags. It's going to be not only... Oh, okay, World did have a small impact, but will be removed from the server. Greens finding the head there. There's now one more player that is making their way across. It's KitKat to come for support, but this from Demir is quite good, just kind of putting out the feelers, but he will be spotted, and that is going to kind of slow things down here for D13. Now pushing on in, it's going to be Havoc who needs to deal with this. The flash might come over to support. It doesn't make a difference.
No.
Wraith finds the kill, but now they're going to continue to push.
Not like this.
No, not like this. They do hold off for a moment, but reset themselves here, NASR. They need to make sure they lock this down.
And now the scariest thing for me is that scout. I mean, the deagle will do enough damage as well, but Greens is so low that really what he should be doing here is tossing this rifle over to KitKat, who does have that head armor. Try and give the higher HP player room to make this play. I mean, they have done a lot of damage, and there's that scout removed. So rate also low. A lot of the work's going to have to be done by Temka here, but the bomb is ticking down lower and lower as the CTs move in, and there's a nice two deagle headshot, two deag coming out from Temka. The M4 save for him as well, and a round that goes dangerously and far astray for NASR. Yeah, nicely done from Devil there. They find the sight from that paw. They actually just overwhelm Havoc over in towards pit. Just give up sight control from NASR. Unfortunately, two players left, and I mean the trade potential's just there for D13, right? Certainly was, and now we have that situation I mentioned where, well, actually no, the situation I didn't mention where the team on the more powerful buy do not win that round. So now we're going to go into a good old bit of force buy mayhem where we go back and forth until one team wins 2 in a row, resetting the economy of their opponents and establishing their own. So expect some pistol rounds for the next pistol buys even for the next couple rounds here until one of these teams can string a couple together. For D13 though, this round is much better than NASR came at them with last round. 4 rifles, including that saved M4. UMP coming through for Tamir as well. For NASR, they're going to need some serious magic here with the Deagles, the 5.7s, the CZs. Going to have to be good.
I mean, good it should be. Devil pretty much just slowly defaulting at the moment. They've got one player pushing in towards apps. Will be Tamir just putting out the feelers, trying to find anything, get some information for the rest of NASR, for the rest of Devil rather, but NASR on the other hand, they've got themselves a decent little push coming in, and that will be interesting to see how they deal with Devil trying to push on through.
One player lurking up towards A, that's Tamir going up. Trying to catch out some damage here with this UMP, but the bulk of the push is going to be with these rifles into that B bomb site. 2 players in CT, 1 boost up over that smoke, I believe, and then 1 player sitting at back new box. So let's see, looks like they're going to play the time and let them come in. Greens gets 2 before getting traded somehow. KitKat gets another as well. Oh dear, are we doing it again? 2 versus 3, 2 HP for Temka. And Temir has been caught out on that lurk. It's all done for Temka here. Surely not. 2 HP, bomb down, 20 seconds to play with. And KitKat's still locking down the back of this bomb site. I don't think there's really anything he can do here. And this will be AK's recovered. He's backing off to hold on to that AK. So that's a lot of guns available for these CTs to grab. Looks like Force by Madness not even really going to get anywhere because... No, actually, I lied.
No, it is a Force by.
No, back to myself. All right, so 3 rifles saved now for NASR. So we get to do it again.
Yeah, it's just the back and forth to start with. Just the backhanded compliments, basically. Like, here, you have a nice deagle shot. take my weapon. I don't want it anymore. At least
I never needed this.
Look, they do keep the AK, and he was sitting on 1800, so you know, it's not the worst thing for D13 there. They do lose that AK, and that kind of changes and prevents them from buying here, which they are going to be doing. It's World that doesn't buy armor though, so that makes things a little bit tricky for him. But the rest of the team supporting, of course, just the Kevlar and the pistol should be able to support Tem Kawau on that AK. He will be able to do quite a bit of damage if he's put in the right location, and we've already seen him in the first round go quite big with those 2 Deagle headshots to finish it off. So anything's possible at this point. And with the way that we have traded rounds back and forth, we can't really tell, you know, where it's going to land. We can't give you our prediction for this round because, well, our predictions have been thrown right out the window. At the moment, they are just looking to set their roots in towards top middle. 2 players, and there's going to be Tamir with the Deagle again, but the trade from KitKat is short and prompt. Now just going to be kind of slowing that aggression down, coming through from Rate with the Deagle. He was looking for another shot, but yeah, it's just going to slow back down towards top middle.
Honestly, who needs a rifle when you could buy a Deagle? Just seems to be so much better. I think the first few rounds, the majority of frags have certainly come from the Deagles, so we'll see if that continues. 3 players over here towards this A site for NASR. Crossfire set both towards Arch and really locking down this push-up short as well, looking at how Break is rotating around. So he put himself in a good position to be flexible and health out both his teammates at once. Perfectly timed flashbang as well. We'll keep the tees at bay. Now the Modown can come in, but it doesn't. The single saved AK, but the flank here from Nami sprays down 2. He's forced both players into the pit and stolen that AK away from them, but it's still the 2v2, and there's just over 20 seconds left. Gonna flash to go get that bomb as well, but the CT surely can get another one here. Oh no! Somehow Shinobi's grabbed another kill. It's another 1 versus 1, but much better position here for KitKat to be playing from. Here's that bomb plant, walks on in, and must know exactly where it's coming from. Surely this shot would need to be a blinder from Shinobi. Surely he's not hitting it, and KitKat will indeed clean it up.
He's just playing janitor there, just mopping up the kills. He's found himself 3, and with all the attention wrapped across towards apartments or more diggity boiler area, it was an easy picking for KitKat. Unfortunately, he does not see him pushing towards the site there. I believe that was Shinobi that was playing that last round, so there's no way that he can expect that, especially when KitKat is crouching and walking his way past him. There's no noise made, no information gained or given, so that will unfortunately lead for NASR. Well, I say unfortunately for Devil. Rather, it's quite an up for NASR. They do finally pull the 2 out in a row, but look at this from D13 again. They're going to go for the buy. Now, this is something that we saw earlier yesterday, and D13, also known as Devil 13, as you can see, these guys actually got caught forcing more times than not. T-side, of course, you can do so because there's not as much pressure on your economy, but still, don't really want to see the rounds roll out of hand like they had yesterday. I mean, I am kind of painting the terrible picture at the moment, the harsh picture, the harsh truth of sometimes the calls that can be made. But for now, NASR are just going to be sitting back on A with pretty much a 4-stack at this point, just looking to find those crossfires or at the very least trades.
Well, that's the power that having a player aggressive in Banana will give you. Like, they've got Greens pushed up there at the moment, holding pretty much the entirety of Banana there, just looking past the current of the wall. He's going to get a lot of info if any utility or any players come his way, and that gives his teammates the freedom to put 4 on A, which is where this push will be. 2 players already making their way up short, 1 out of apps. The other's top mid, but they won't go back to B here by the looks of things. Nami with a very quick readjustment, though. Mere spot of 1 out towards B, but a deep smoke will hold him back for now, and that's going to cause the bomb to recommit over to A. Where once again, these 3 players are waiting.
Recommitting. And they're actually kind of second-guessing themselves here. So they are going to move back down middle and head back up towards Banana.
They've got time, but only if they go really fast.
Yeah, it's going to be by the skin of their teeth if Devil can pull this off right now. There are going to be 2 players setting their marks. It's KitKat and Greens that are going to be able to support each other. KitKat, they don't have a smoke to move on out, so it's going to be near impossible to make their way through CT with that crossfire. KitKat and Greens just mow them down as they make their way in. Only 10 seconds left, and an easy round coming in from NASR and shutting it down with 5 seconds left on the clock. It's, I mean, D13, do they make the right call there? Who knows?
I mean, there is a world in which that could have worked. Like, they were pulling that, I mean, admittedly it was only 1 player, but there was that 1 player of NASR floating constantly back between A and B like the entire round. So there's a world in which that could have worked where maybe they can isolate that 1 player on B, but like, for taking B, you really need bare minimum 1 smoke or 1 flash just to get you past that cross or onto the side. Just anything you can use to help you out. And if you are going to run in without anything, you got to go one by one because running, or you got to go all the time even because running in one by one gets you minced like that. In the meantime, NASR have changed it up. 3 players aggressive top banana. Going to push down and take out this kill on World, or should be doing so. No, he's got the Mac 10 and almost 2 frags, but trades there. And Tamir, despite spraying through the smoke, will actually find some good damage, but no other frags. So we stabilize in a 4v4.
Yeah, trading bullets back and forth. That actually favors Tamir, of course, because 2 players drop near to 60 HP. I mean, collectively, they are both on 59 or some sort of math. I'm not really good at that. That's why I don't do quick math on stream.
Let me introduce you to a rule that Jordan and I have.
Don't do quick math on stream.
Not even quick.
I actually think I'm correct. I think I'm correct there. 59 HP apiece.
Look, I'm just going to tell you that no maths on stream, because you always look like you're wrong. You always pick up
even if you're right, you sound like you're wrong.
It doesn't work. Either way, Nami's found a quick pick onto Tamir. 4 versus 3 now advantage for NASR. 50 seconds left. They're going faster this time, but 3 players getting ready to go underway.
Yeah, the smoke again that comes out just gives him a small amount of cover, but the cover is not exactly what he needs right now. He needs to be able to find this player in towards Pit. Breaker's going to hold the angle, taking the shots through the smoke. They're just doing the damage right now, and they walk in. It's basically just a mushroom tactic here, and D13, they will be able to find 2 trades, and they do get the bomb down as well. Somehow, D13 are pulling this out. It's going to be Greens to go aggressive, but he has been seen, and this kind of puts a spanner in the works for the retake. The flash is actually what comes out, and it sort of isolates him for a second, holds him at bay, but what have we just seen? A 3v3 on the A site, and D13 don't even need to trade at that point. They just find the kills straight out and raw.
That was such a favorable situation for NASR that they let slip away. They had a player in pit, they had a player on site, they had smokes down in apartments and 1 on short as well. I believe they had everything they needed to lock that situation down, but the smoke faded, the flash came through, they jumped out. I think the pit player was flashed, which is why I got isolated by the player dropping into him, even though the player was very tagged. And then as for the others on site, I don't know who the last player was there who died before it was the 1v2, for the 1v2, but got caught out, not aware that his side was exposed or perhaps unable to do anything about it. Very hard angle to fight when all of your teammates have fallen around you, but I said we're out of Force by Madness. We're not. NASR are now going to buy some pistols and armor. Given how close a lot of these early rounds are, their economy has been down. They're not completely out of money, but choosing to take a save here, so they'll be able to buy. No, actually, they won't be able to buy next round because Breaker and Havoc have invested quite a lot. Yeah,
they are. I mean, that is interesting considering that they've had to buy Kevlar. They definitely would have been able to buy into the next round if they had to save their pennies, but that's all right. Look, a call is a call.
Yeah,
like it would have been a lower buy.
Over, so they could have got, with the 1400 coming in, because we're on normal round loss bonus now, that would have been, I mean, not great, but it would have been enough to buy. But yeah, Havoc and Breaker being so low on money is what's going to ruin them. But that's okay. Go for pistols here. Maybe they can do some damage, given what we've seen so far from this game.
Yeah, they'll take their bets. They'll back it. And I don't mind that flash coming in from Breaker. It does give the early information towards NASR to know that there's no one towards apartments. But look at this push coming through from D13. They've not made a single peep, and now they might just execute all as one. It's the pack mentality, and it's going to be Temko. Wow, that finds 2 flicks on the 180. Can't hit the shot, but Shinobi is prompt on the trade. KitKat is the only person that remains, and 1 kill to show for a Force buy round. Maybe not exactly what NASR were hoping for, but as I say that, I do have to eat my own words.
That said, though, that's only the Mac 10 going down, so it's not a really big issue here for D13. The entire reason that Mac 10 was so exposed is because they didn't particularly care if they lost it. They have, but no harm, no foul. They've still got enough money. If they keep these 3 guns alive, they'll be okay. Now, interestingly enough, with the money where it is, it's actually really important here for D13. They do save the guns that they have. I mean, they don't really have that much money between them. They'll get a bit from the bomb plant. They'll get a bit from winning the round, but they really want to lose too many more guns here, or else while they will be able to reinvest, their money's going to be left quite low. That said, though, they're all going to get away from the bomb, which is apparently both planted and detonated in a single second. But hey, all works out. KitKat will stay alive as well, keeping the armor and the CZ. So 4 players even stay up.
Now we do see, of course, NASR. Oh, okay, so they're going to go for the buy anyway. Now, this is an interesting call, and this is a quarrel, a bit of a bone to pick with NASR right now. If you're going to go for this buy in this round right now, why not have just saved your weaponry and your economy, everything?
I guess the argument that could be made is that the pistols have had so much effect earlier in this game that they thought they could continue that. And certainly, if they could have got that pistol round win, while their economy is low, they could have had AKs or maybe even an AWP at this point if they could have converted that round. That's some great counter spam there from Green straight through the smoke. So that'll help. I mean, if they can win this round, T economy is still not great. I mean, it's there. They'll be able to reinvest, sure, but as long as these teams can continue trading rounds and frags with each other, we're going to have both teams on tenterhooks in terms of economy for quite some time.
Yeah, generally we do see those, you know, kind of traded force buy rounds in, you know, the first 4 to 6 rounds. But regardless,
8 rounds. Let's go. Whole half of force buys.
That's it. I mean, why not? I mean, just break the metal. Let's just continue to buy pistols because, you know, if you're hitting dirty digs, then it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, if you're doing the dirty Juan, then it doesn't make a difference. But a 4-man kind of push is going to be needed from D13 at the moment, as they did lose that previous encounter. It wasn't even a previous encounter. It was just green spamming through the wall. It was ridiculous.
Now, something of note here is that there is still no smoke, but there is at least a flashbang. Hopefully here for D13, they've got enough to actually isolate this CT player. That won't be the case. KitKat smells a rat and moves into construction. So that could have been Greens on his own in the bomb site, but he moves in, and more importantly, Breaker's coming through, but will they know about this player all the way through con? They don't. Shinobi is going to be able to flank this entire bomb site. They've got 2 players there. I don't think they know that they're this close, Care, to that smoke, but there is only 20 seconds. These 2 players on site, both playing so passive. KitKat spotted out the first. Now they've just got to play the time, and KitKat's still doing work here, but he will be traded out. That's going to allow the bomb plant. No smoke for CT, but they won't quite be there in time to stop that. Flash is there, but it's too late. There's this flank coming in from Banana with that SMG as well, but the players in CT have guns, so 2 versus 3 now for D13. Bomb down, but only very recently. That said, no kits on the CT side at all, so they'll have to be quick. Yeah,
still time left on the clock to be able to find these players, but like you were saying, with no kit, that's going to make things a lot harder. Temkawau will be able to find the first, but it's just the SMG that's dropped. Nami with the AWP, however, quick for the reply. It's all on the rate right now, holding the angle. He's been able to take down Havoc and now can realign on towards Nami, who nearly hits the shot, pulls out the USP to try and tap away. It's not going to work, and that should be the round done and dusted. There's no way he's going to be able to walk away with the dub, but at least he'll walk away with $600 from the round. So he does completely wipe the side from Devil, but still a nice round coming in from D13 there to lock that down.
Now that smoke front of sight, that was either thrown from Banana and it was thrown just before I looked at their money and I didn't see that they had a smoke, or it was a CT smoke, but surely that was thrown from the T's and I just missed the timing on it. But it's actually a 6 smoke. I mean, normally you'll see teams smoking CT and maybe they'll throw pop flashes and run through it, but it's pretty rare that you see site smoked and then go around through con. Now, it's worth noting, the playthrough con didn't work. They had 1 player walk through con, they had 1 player jump up grill, and KitKat killed both. But it still gave them enough space, enough time to distract KitKat and the player in U-Box. They could isolate them both into 1v1s. Admittedly, they did lose 2 players, but it was enough. And then the latter stages of that round, pretty much as soon as that molly went down from the AWPer in con, that was going to be a 1 round for them. I didn't think he'd go down, and he did get taken out, but there was just too much time being wasted at that point, and despite it being close, Nami couldn't quite close it, even though he got all the kills that he needed to in the end. So 4 rounds apiece. Another pistol buy coming through for NASR. This time, 2 players buying utility, saving the USP, Breaker investing nothing, and just the Deagle for greens. So this should be a free round for D13.
Yeah,
I say should be, but Havoc's alive with a USP, so we'll see.
That's it, isn't it? It should be. But if you do remember, as you're saying, Havoc, this is not the kind of thing you want to be seeing if you're Devil 13. It is dangerous times.
Are you more scared of Havoc with a Deagle or with a USP at this point?
Oh,
I'm not sure what's more terrifying.
I don't know. I feel like both is capable to kind of tear your team apart.
Breaker's missed the timing here as well.
Yep.
And that's hurt it, but it's not going to help his team at all.
No, he's heard it, but unfortunately doesn't find the peak. And oh my word, Havoc's nearly been called out. Come on, do the... Yeah, there we go. All right, I'm happy with that. He's found one.
Let's go.
Do it for the Vine. Do it.
Now,
do it for the content.
Enough, the only gun is the AWP, and that's over on B, so the pistols have to do the work. I thought he might have hit that, but not quite the case this time. Pop flash out, and actually, going before the flash, KitKat is given the freest kill of his life and can't close it. That's unfortunate, but I think he might have been looking into his own flash a little bit himself, just trying desperately to find anything to stop the timing. Now it's Nami's job to save. Bomb not yet even down for D13. There it goes, but it gives them plenty of time to go hunt for this. All comes down to the timing. If Nami can find this player Banana before the players behind him push, then he's in with a chance. But he's been baited by the jump. He goes for a quick return, but Rate's there to clean it up.
There's the AWP drop.
Not going to go for the AWP.
No.
D13 choosing it, deciding they don't need the sniper rifle here. I mean, they've been playing a bit more of an explosive T-side. They're going slow, but then when they do decide to commit, they tend to push all together. So that's not really where you want to know up. Like, were you going for these commitments out of apps, or were you going for, you know, the push through through B or through con there? You really want rifles rather than AWPs. Now, interestingly enough, World's gone for a MAC-10, and his opponents have a full buy, but 3 of them don't have head armor, so fair enough. I mean, it's worth it. He knows that their money's low, so even though they will still have the guns, I mean, he can make an extra bit of cash himself, and those 3 players with that head armor are going to be real upset if they run into him. But the CTs have also managed to drop an AWP over to Nami, and there isn't one on the T side, so see what impact he's able to have with it now that his teammates have guns and not USPs. Yeah,
it's a bit of a roll of the dice with that, but sometimes it does pay off. And with the explosiveness of D13, they're showing late round explosions, right? It's just like they're waiting for the it almost seems like there's 20 seconds left before they make something work. That's not what you want to see if you have the SMG, but that's all right.
I mean, it's better than the AK.
Yeah, it is definitely better than the AK, but
actually,
still.
No, it doesn't matter.
You kind of need that. You just want the HP on all your players,
yeah, exactly.
And that's going to be the early tag.
If it was one of the rifle players, you just swap it out with the SMG, dude. You just don't want to get tagged like that, and you really don't want to step into the open holding a Molotov.
I mean,
now,
I like
Nami's
that.
safe because the MAC-10 can't commit through him, or through it to get him. World's going to swap out to the AK-47, but Green's in the meantime is fought top mid. He will get traded, but it's still a 4v3 and 2 players very tagged. Great start to the round for NASR here.
And this is the problem with kind of how D13 have been playing this. They have been leaving it later in the round, and as you can see, this is going to punish them. They are going to have to get past that AWPer, who actually backs away towards site, which of course you would expect to happen. Can't continue to hold that line because it will give B an open look, but Nami's going to be playing aggressive just behind stairs, misses the shot, will go back, and World just walks right out in the open.
It's just not ready for this AWP to be this close. They're getting completely caught out by it. Tamir has got into CT and is flanking, but Breaker's there to clean that up, and Nami, it's getting right up in their face. The angles that D13 weren't quite ready for him to be at and weren't quite ready to check. That's something we need to rectify going forwards. Can't just be walking into the AWP like that. Even if you have util to push the AWP back, if you have to walk into his scope to throw it, then not going to work out too well for you. But D13 have responded. We've got an AWP of their own out onto World. Shinobi going for a MAC-10 out of necessity more than anything else. Not sure if he dropped a gun over to his teammate or if that's the one he purchased. But either way, it's what he's left on. And Nami smells a rat. Knows that him having got a 3K in the previous round probably means that there'll be an answering AWP to try and pick him now. And not going to peek too far into mid because of it. A wise decision as World is there waiting. And for D13, slow start to the round, but bomb in second mid. One player all the way up through carpet already. Most likely going to turn into an A hit here unless NASR get a really quick frag. But there it is. Temka goes so far out. His teammates nowhere near. That actually almost, that's faked NASR out. The fact that their timing is so off, even when it still looks like they want to go A here, has caused them to put 3 players on B. At least for a second.
I think my problem with D13 right now is they try to go for the single picks and then they leave it too late in the round. Nami's going to be able to take down Tamir halfway through. It's Shinobi that falls right after, and now just the last to remain. World can't do anything, trying to hold on to the line, but Nami, he's making short work of these players with his AWP, and this is the player rather that we were highlighting earlier. I don't know whether we mentioned it in the pre-match, but definitely we were talking about it beforehand. This is the player that has been stepping up for NASR, and if he can continue to do so, we could actually see a deep run come in from NASR. So these are the kind of individual plays that can give you something, can give you a bit more power, a bit more momentum, and so we're seeing that right now. It's going to be World that goes aggressive and can't find the kill, drops into 16 HP. Break is going to be able to punish Tamir at the bottom of mid with aggression with the MP5.
A is open because the CTs have flanked B so hard.
Well, it's not very often you see that.
They've figured it out now. They're like, oh, banana's clear, let's go back to A. But D13 are going to get a bomb plant for free here. And on a pistol round, that's best case scenario. Like, what you want when you're just on pistols, no armor like this, there is armor for Temka, but technicality. When you're on pistols, no armor like this, you want a bomb plant, maybe a kill, maybe 2, at best. Just, you want the money, you want a little bit of damage to their economy. This retake should be really easy pickings here coming in for the CT side, and indeed it will be. There we go, not a single player lost. So no kills gained, but a free bomb plant for D13. That's a little boost to the economy. An extra couple $100 per player. They'll take that.
It's the best of a worst situation, right? You've only got pistols. Like, of course you're going to take that. NASR give it to them for free. So thank you very much. We're definitely going to be setting up shop, regardless of whether they can hold that or not. Like you said, the bomb plant's all they need in that round, and that's all they're going for. So at this point, Breaker's going to be holding on to their MP5, and whether he'll be punished for that or not, I mean, I know that it doesn't do enough damage to armor, but, you know.
I mean, it's the exact same as the MP7, so whatever the MP7 would do. But it's got a silencer, and it's therefore cooler, and therefore better. I think that's how it works, right?
It's more badass.
A gun that is cooler will do more damage. This is why you use the M4A1.
Oh, Oh, no, you can't be telling me that. Don't do me dirty like that.
What do you mean? The M4A1's great.
Oh.
I mean, you could be God B, who is reportedly, I didn't watch the match, but reportedly he's buying an M4A1 whenever he wants to use a silenced gun. Like if he wants to, I don't know, spray a smoke or anything that you can do now that has a bit more ammo. Whatever he wants to do. And then if he needs to play somewhere that's stopping a rush, like he wants to play B or whatever he wants to do, or he would use an M4A4, he's buying an AUG.
Smart plays.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, normally we don't see pros adapting to the meta changing that quickly, so we'll see. We'll see.
He's got that 200 IQ.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, Greens is solo on the B-bomb side again. And this does look like where D13 want to go. Greens has just a single smoke as well, which if you're a committed T-side team is not going to stop you, so you need to figure this out soon. Unfortunately, just at the right time they have. The Molotov will give away enough info to cause that player to rotate. It's Nami going over to join Greens there, and that is certainly something to be scared of. But D13, they pulled a player over to the B-bomb site. Of course, they can't know this unless they've watched VODs and know that NASR like to stack 4 on A. There's no way they know they've just pulled a rotation because you wouldn't expect 4 on A to start with, surely. But now with a single AWP shot ringing up over A, at this point, might look like they're a bit disorganized, but in reality, they're trying to pull the rotations around. They want to get as many players off B as they can as they do go for the final commit. Full execute out. And now pressure's on for Nami and Greens.
Yeah, Nami, though, he's going to be able to hold on to that AWP, and he's been so just basically destroying teams left, right, and center at the moment. But the bomb will go down, and with absolutely no response from NASR right now.
That's actually sick.
Yeah, that is such a smart plan. And not only that, it's going to be in the open, right in between stairs. So this is going to be interesting. World with the aggressive line will be able to find the first pick. The trade comes in from Breaker with the MP5, though. And right now, just slowing back down. It's planted out in the open, and Greens is just trying to hold on to that line, but they're both going to line up, and now D13 is starting to walk away with the round, but Havoc comes back with 2 of his own, holding on to the line. Shinobi finds one, and it's the Deagle from Tamir that finds the last kill and stops the defuse. What a cluster of rounds.
That was actually a sick strat from D13, so in case you missed that, they threw 2 smokes front of sight. Previously, it was 1. This time it's 2, which both covers off site and allows them to plant inside that smoke. And then instead of smoking close CT, they smoke deep, which still covers them from CT, but gives them access to con and allows them to push that player up in the close corner. So they don't even bother taking B site. They block off B site and CT completely, plant in the smoke, take pressure behind, or take presence behind the smokes that they've thrown, and then can play the post plan out from there. I mean, as you said, it was a very messy round, coming down to a 1v1 that was won by a flank. I think it might have been through con, either that or it was over from A, I'm not sure. But still a 6 strat from D13. Now, NASR, they've seen that once. Surely if it happens again, they're going to start either spamming that smoke or just flashing through it. They know what's going to happen, but still, it's won them around D13, and maybe NASR won't be quick enough to adapt. We'll see.
No, that's, like you're saying, that is a very interesting round to see coming out from D13. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see that in their first matchup on Inferno, so it's interesting to see them either adapting on the fly or getting a little bit more comfortable. It's got to be one or the other right now, but it seems like maybe it's going to be the latter of the two. At this point, for now, it's going to be a bit of a default for D13, just playing 2 towards Banana, 3 towards mid, but they are going to be making their way back to support the players. Nami with the late round aggression, not even the late round, the mid round aggression. It's a later aggression than what is used to, but World with the MAC-10 will find one, needs to find the second, but getting caught out with that MAC-10 trying to pull it back out. The flash is not through Kit Kat, but he can only find the first. Now just going to be pushing on towards the side. D13 getting sprayed through the smoke of CT. They can see the foot, unfortunately, so a bit of a miss smoke coming in. Temka Wow will now possibly back away towards that A site, but Havoc is just going to be playing anchor at this point. Temka Wow will be kind of making his mark, I believe. With 20 seconds left, he will be able to make this work, but with Havoc taking more of an aggressive line, Temka out does not expect this in any way, shape, or form. And the late aggression that's coming, well, even just the mid-aggression that's coming in from NASR right now is really nice. They're catching off these D13 players trying to set up, and unfortunately, they have not been able to punish them yet. And that's another round for NASR. They do find that and pretty much just reset D13 for the last round and a half.
And despite a chaotic start and opening to the half, we do now sit at 8-6 with NASR, the potential to take it to 9. Coming out of this one with a 3-round lead would certainly not be too bad for them. Going to go for a flash into Banana to get that early aggression going. And NASR constantly shifting their aggression around. They had 4 players on A early on. Now they're getting all the way down B with 3 players super quickly. Deep smoke will allow them all sorts of presence here. Smoke actually not perfect. It's going to expose into both bottom mid and ramp, but in the meantime, every single player from D13 up through second mid, now into the apartments with the exception of Rate. Nami could have a really nasty surprise here, but for now the T's are locked off behind a smoke and a molly. Maybe the waterfall strat here, and hopefully the rifles will be ready for it. Havoc's been on point with the spray, and that is a brilliant nade. That's put 4 players tagged, 2 on half HP. They're going to go out through this now. We'll see if the Modown can come in.
Yeah, they've taken too long to move on out, but they have been able to try the trades in their favor. Havoc and Nami only able to find 1 apiece, and now it's going to be Greens that goes a little bit more aggressive. The grenade should pretty much land directly on Temkawau, and the utility usage from NASR have inflicted quite a bit of damage to D13, but that's all it's been so far. Temkawau just baits out the flash and might slow down Greens' progress for just a second, but with Shinobi going aggressive with the AWP, spots out the first, can't hit the shot. Now Temkawau and World, they have to be aware of what is going to be happening right now. The M4 and the Tech 9 have to play smart, and smart it will. Temkawau goes for the swing onto Greens. Shinobi, in the meantime, will find KitKat, and the last 2 players fall. A nice round coming in from D13, but maybe NASR could have punished that.
I think NASR certainly should have punished that. It can be hard when those CZs get right up close in your face. Very difficult to deal with, but something as simple as a waterfall, it's lucky that lucky for the T side they get away with that. I thought the positions were good. I mean, they were decent enough for the NASR hold, but doesn't matter. D13 come away with a 7th, keep us very, very close indeed. And now we move into this T side for NASR. Heading into the pistol, they'll be looking to extend their lead. Yeah,
CZ on World. So that's going to be interesting to see where he decides to play, because
pushing apartments, 100%.
There are so many different angles that you can actually play with that CZ from. You can even play just behind the wall on B and just play up close and personal. But he does look to go towards middle. Okay, so he's not even going to be going towards apartments just yet, but that's okay. We're not just going to look at the usage of the CZ. There's also 2 smokes on Devil, and 2 smokes, a Molotov and a flash on NASR, so plenty of work to be done. The water boy will be breaker for NASR. However, he did have 4 pieces of utility before he let go of, I believe, a nade or a flash. I can't really remember, but that's all right. He will just be holding down the line towards the top of Banana, just looking to actually set their mark up there. They need to be careful at this point when they swing wide. There's going to be 1 player watching the angle, and smoke comes out early in towards middle for D13, gives them a little bit of room to breathe.
So now mid being taken once again by the Ts. Still some presence over in Banana here, but not a lot being done with it. Hoping at the moment they can catch someone on D13 out in the pistol round here, but D13 going for a 3-player stack on the A-bomb site. 1 graveyard, 1 site, 1 playing that archway. They do have a decent amount of info on this. All of the utility used on B is a fake. Trying to keep the CTs here. They're actually going to send a couple players through and try and get that flank off, but Havoc's found 1 kill. They're still going to commit out onto the A-bomb site, but they're finding kills on both sides, NASR, so luckily enough, they will be able to get this bomb down. Shinobi can't land the 1 bullet required. We'll get 1, though. I'm not sure where everyone's looking at the moment, but the bomb's down for NASR, and they can get a flank through from B as well. Yeah,
miscommunication does lead to the frags coming on towards the side. D13 are retaking this right now. NASR looked well and truly set on that A side. However, the flank coming in from Havoc might be able to do it. It's Breaker. Swings wide from a partner. There's no information. The bomb's going to be defused, and oh my word, the scenes are unbelievable so far in Inferno. And it's literally just been mayhem. Just utter chaos in this matchup.
That's a bit of a questionable one for me there from NASR. Like, fair enough, fake towards B, get a kill, your player stays alive, and you commit A. You're going to commit A anyway, so sure, commit to it. But then the players in the bomb site getting shot at, like, a lot as they come out of apps. Not calling that. Someone on the bomb site with their back open. Not sure if it was miscommunication or just misplay, but either way, pistols for the T side, as they did, despite getting the bomb down, lose that last round from the defuse. That's a quick little pistol Glock kill. Shouldn't get too much more from this round, really. Another bomb plant would be ideal, but Shinobi in a good position to clean this one up. 1 frag. Not going to overcommit for the second. Knows the Deagle. Has to be careful of Havoc, of just that. That's an M4 in his hands if he can get there as well. Temka on the flank, actually in between the Ts.
How has he managed to do that? That is a bit of cheek if I've even seen it.
Wait,
He's
how?
actually...
He must have gone through 2 apps.
I have no clue how... Yeah, go for it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. No, what? Why? Just give me the highlight. Give me the knife.
He's still between them. So he's got some space to work with here, but... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that one was a for sure knife, given you didn't see anyone else, and, you know, it's $1,500 versus $600, but... Either way, Temka now spots the bomb. Now has a bit more info. Cops a big old dink from a P250, I believe that was. So, don't want to see that. It wasn't a P250, it was a Glock. I am incorrect. And I just heard Nami switch to to burst fire there as well. Oh, come on, put it back on. Put it back on, son. You're taking apps. You can use burst fire, but either way, this round should be going the way of the CTs. They shouldn't lose too much more. Hopefully, they'll be able to get Rate up into apartments to retrieve that M4 as well, if it hasn't already been done by one of the other players. Not sure how many they had starting this round, but looks like it's not there because they didn't just pick it up. So he's already swapped out for it. And here comes the cleanup. Nami won't get anything done with the MP9. Aim punch too much for him. D13 going to take the 8th and 9th rounds.
Yeah, NASA would be pretty happy with that round. Just taking its pistols. I mean, I have no clue how Temka Wow actually managed. I don't know whether he pushed mid and it was all about the timing that found him in towards second mid.
Because he was walking into second mid. Like, he didn't come through T-apps. So
that's wild.
Yep, no idea. I need to pay close attention to the map, clearly.
I think maybe one was in Mexico hiding underneath.
Yeah,
so.
Surely that was the way it worked. It just must have been some beastly timing. Double nade down mid, not going to find its mark. Kick out hit down to 87. I mean, he's a 1 dink for an M4 now, so fair enough. Bit of damage. Lots of util and banana. Lots of util and banana does so much work. They won't suspect a double, or will they? They've seen enough nades that maybe they will, but no. Tamir's going to find the timing. He plays very, very low here as well, and he's got a teammate rotating over now, fully flashed out, but doesn't want to peek with it. Kit Kat, though, boosted up over the top, finds the kill. That's sharp. And now the T's, despite the bomb being down in T-spawn, has some good info into both sides. They've got control of the lower bracket and top mid. They've got control of banana, and now in a 3v3, World's life is just hell here. He's going to be rotating back and forth for the next 20 seconds until he decides where they're going. Look at him. Stuck in CT right now. Won't hear anything, so he's going to have to go back. Maybe a few more bullets will be shot in banana. He'll rotate back again. This all comes down to if he can pick the right side to be out at the right time.
Yeah, it's kind of that gamble, right? You either have to make it work or not. And, oh, he's missed the easy shot. But Temka Wow will trade out on towards greens. It's now Kit Kat wrapping back towards the A site. They've got no intel, no control. Well, they have a small amount of intel knowing that Temka Wow might have been firing from pit, but they didn't have their shoulders facing him, so they don't know. And look at this aggression.
This timing, Breaker's ready for it. For some reason, somehow, some way, maybe Temka made a step that his player and apps heard. I'm not sure what it was, but some intuition sparked inside Breaker's mind there, and Shinobi's going to save. He only was ever going to go for that rotation if his teammate got at least 1 kill. I mean, had there been at least 1 kill for Temka there, maybe even a kill on a tag, Shinobi would have been hot-footing it over. But now that his teammates have fallen, he doesn't fancy his chances in the 1v3. He's going to be looking to save that M4. He actually is going out into mid looking for some exits, so maybe he'll find something, but I don't think anything will be presented. He'll have to back off to save in T-spawn instead. Yeah,
he's just going to go with his tail between his legs, unfortunately. An interesting... I mean, that was an interesting kill, like you were saying. He just kind of happens to look back the other way. The timing just gives it towards NASR.
He must have made a step, Temka, the guy in apps heard. Surely.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect there to be any other real reason. I mean, maybe... I actually think Havoc was out near the site, so I feel maybe he'd check pit.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was about to say. Maybe Havoc cleared pit and said, oh, hey, guys, he's not here. He's either on site somewhere or he's pushed. So fair enough. Either way, all well, works out for the T side in the end. They're going to tie it back up with D13 here. Now, though, comes one of the most dangerous rounds of the half. D13 have 4 pistols. Pistols have been almost as good as the rifles so far in this matchup, so we'll see what they're able to do. Going for a 3-stack on A, bit of util early into banana. That's just saved util from Shinobi, and he's putting himself in a position to make the play here, but he's going to get mollied off. Trying to push through it. Oh my goodness, everyone's blind, but he somehow comes away with a kill as Kit Kat gets behind him. Oh well, unfortunately for D13, that's all of their chances in this round done. That's the rifle gone. The timing might just work out for these T's to get through apps.
Oh, Green's holding the line, but Temka Wow just jiggles it. Even, I think he might have even been a little bit too gracious, a little bit too giving with that. Doesn't get punished for it, however. But what? Hang on, what is happening right now? Look at where World is. He's pushed all the way in behind him up banana, and that's 2 free kills.
So he walked down mid, and the guy's second mid didn't check. I mean, they're going to trade the kill, but man, there is some incredibly lucky timing going on for both teams with these pushes. I mean, I guess the play of the day is to hold shift and W and just hope for the best. I guess, I mean, it works out. That's 2 massive kills that World never should have gotten. His team were in a favorable situation here. Fortunately for NASR, he didn't spot the bombers. That's down in T. So let's go back and get that, then reconsider. But going back to A here is the wrong decision. There's still 2 players here. And in the meantime, over on B, Tamir's had time to get a gun, and he has armor to go behind it. No head armor, but it's AKs, doesn't matter. He's got enough to prevent aim punch. This is a shocking round for NASR now. And it is going to be the B commitment. They're running it as well. Given that he's playing backside, Tamir will hear this. Both teammates will start rotating surely immediately. Yeah, off they go. Tempest is going to flank. Raid's going to go join him. They'll be able to pick up guns. The play comes down to Tamir, but he gets flashed out. Trying to play an off angle in the back corner. That's going to be bombed down. Now the retake has to come in for D13 as NASR plant the bomb just in time.
Yeah, 5 seconds left on that clock as they get that down. So now a full 40 seconds are going to commence. It's Rate coming in from CT. Temka Wow now coming in from Banana. But this is interesting because the fact that he's just picked up an AK does give him the long range advantage. That is from his teammate Rate, but still, he's actually going aggressive there. Rate, who's managed to find the first kill, and it's about the trade. That's all it is. We were worried about the lineup, but it's not the lineup that needs to be worried about. It's more so the kill that comes in from Temka Wow, the instant response, the trade is Brompton. Again, D13, we just see this constant trading of rounds. Like you were saying, the pistols were going to be the concern of the round, and it was. I am still shocked as to what is happening. How is World able to do this? And Temka Wow as well, but how was World able to go all the way through mid? There were 2 players up more aggressively towards A. I think there was one by Jungle and one in Apps, and then there were 2 all the way up towards Banana. How does he make his mark there? How does he find his way through?
Magic. Excellent timing is how he does it, but he's made it work. There's been some incredibly good timing plays so far overall. Both teams having a pretty good read on when they can and cannot push through, so we'll see if that's going to continue here. But in the meantime, attack pause comes to an end. NASR on the pistols here. Not so much that they can really... No, I'm not even going to finish that sentence. I'm not going to do myself a disservice. There's an awful lot they can do here, as the pistols have been fabulous so far. So, 4 Tech 9s, that's a result of the Tech 9 buff and CZ nerf in the patch before the one that changed the money and made the M4 and... no, the AUG and the SG cheaper. So, Tech 9 now slightly more accurate when spraying and, of course, still good for tapping, but Temka under a lot of pressure here. Has the molly out there, past it, has the nade out, won't touch them. 1 HP of damage that grenade does. Excellent. And it looks like they're going for the waterfall here, NASR. I saw it work for D13 the last round of the last half. So
you bet me to it. You bet me to it. D13 were successful with it, so why can't NASR be? They're going to go ahead and pour on out. The util has come out for a small amount of support. Unfortunately, looking the wrong way. It's going to be Shinobi to clean up all 3. Temka Wow comes in for Havoc. Swings wide, but somehow the Tech 9 from distance with range hits the shot. He does pick up something, but that's going to be done and dusted.
Are they going to get the AWP? Surely, it's right there. It's right. It's right. Right. Well, it died on the ground right in front of them. I don't know if there was some messiness going on picking up the guns or if they just decided they didn't want it, but that does seem a bit weird. Actually, no, we'll find out if they want it or not. Will World Glass Cannon? They wanted the AWP. All right. I must have been a bit of a mix-up. Happens to the best of us and the worst of us, i.e. me. I fail at picking up guns all the time, so... Can't fault these teams for one little mess up. They're still in the lead here. That utility down Banana does so much damage. The double nade and the Molotov combo putting Naomi on to 17. At this point, he needs to go find, well, he needs to go find Breaker and say, hey mate, here's an AK, give me a UMP. Surely.
Please.
Just so little HP on Nami, and KitKat's tagged down as well. There's the gun swap. All right. That'll do. 3 players here on B this time, though, waiting for D13. There's the smoke out. That will allow them close. They do have flashbangs. They can just flash through this. Surely that's the way this goes. Flashbang into CT. Molly prepped as well. They're not even going to flash out there. There's the flash. Just running straight through. They've caught him out. The Molly's not going to do enough. CT's gone for the boost. Here's this strat again from D13, but this time the counter's been found, at least temporarily. Boost up over the smoke and his Molotovs onto the plant spot, but not good enough. Now NASR going to play the post plant. I say this strat again, it's actually NASR almost running D13 strat.
They just punched their way through that just then.
They did, we're doing it.
Unfortunately, they isolated him. There were 3 there for Devils, so they were well and truly prepared for that. But look at this from Breaker. Just that small aggression once that bomb's being planted to find that kill. Secure it and lock it down. D13 forced to save AWP and M4. It's not the worst case scenario for D13. They will be able to buy up into the next. It will be a smaller buy, granted, but with Tamir up towards that 3K mark, he will surely be able to support an M4 and some armor. There you go. So only a little bit of utility might be able to be bought. Maybe a smoke, maybe a flash, maybe a grenade. We'll wait and see what Tamir decides to do. Maybe even just the save. Who knows? I mean, stranger things have happened, but Now it is 10-11, so D13. Only one round is the lead, but this has been a bit of a messy game. A very scrappy back and forth.
It has indeed been just that. We'll see if it's going to continue that way, but NASR, they try so hard. They threw their own nades up Banana. They're like, nah, guys, this is the round we don't get punished by those 2 grenades. And guess what? They did, and they did no damage in return. So D13 are getting so much mileage. Out of the 600 bucks they're putting into those 2 HEs every round, they're getting pretty much 100 damage every time. They've done like 120 odd here, so, or just under that, 114 if my maths is correct. I did maths on stream and I don't think it went badly, but I'm not sure.
Oh no. Brainstorm, what did you just tell me? Little less than 10 rounds ago.
I know,
what did you
don't
just...
be concerned. It's fine. Don't
Medicine.
worry about it.
Medicine. Taste your own, fool. Taste your own.
Thanks.
Take it.
All right. Well, 3 players into the lower bracket, 2 players over towards B. Bomb down in T-spawn. This tells you that they're going to find a pick wherever they can and then take the bomb in that direction. But already, with just a few shots through the smokes on A, they're falling back. Looks like they want to go B again.
Why not? Why not give it a shot? It's actually... I mean, you can't really tell what they're going to do right now. NASR, they're leaving it late again. I don't really mean again like, oh my god, again and again and again. But Rate will find the kill on towards Greens with the 3-stack across towards 8. That's got to, yeah, this has to work right now. Havoc, they have to try and find their way on towards the site. Temkawau gets pulled out of position. However, World's been able to find 1, but it's the UMP to find 2. And now in a 3 versus 3, bomb will be planted, and not really for the most open of positions and an open area for NASR to fight, but regardless, D13 now are going to have to try and make this work. It's going to be Shinobi that goes aggressive. Havoc holding the line, but Nami comes in for the support, and it's the UMP to find 3 in the round. The AWP will be upgraded as well, and my oh my, 11-11. We definitely did not expect that to happen. We were saying that it was not going to be the fake that worked, but it's not even like the fake pulled anyone off for D13.
No, they were already there before the fake even... Well, I guess technically you could say the fake started when they started throwing Utah, and that was what pulled that player over, but D13 had already decided to have 3 players there. I said that and then immediately realized I was wrong because 3 players were there anyway. They weren't pulling anyone over, but they didn't need to. Nami's found the first pick on Raid as well as he crosses mid. This turns the game on its head. D13 taking a save around here. Well, it's a little bit of a force. I've got a scout no armor, a couple CZs no armor, and I didn't even see what Raid had before he died, but there's some good counter utility. And I mean, NASR are going to know that D13 are saving purely because there's been no nades down Banana. That's been happening every single round, and NASR know it because they've taken like 100 cumulative damage from it every single round. The fact that it doesn't come here is going to give them so much more freedom. They say, all right, guys, they won't stop doing it. They've seen the assists coming in. They're checking the damage. They know they're hitting us with those grenades. They're not going to stop doing it if they don't have to, so should be reasonably confident that's a save here, and that'll help confirm it. No head armor there on Temkawau.
Still, you don't want to put all of the eggs in the basket per se when you see that. Could always just be the Kevlar, and well, Nami the leading world with only 2 players left for D13. It's looking like things are going to be going the way of NASR relatively flawlessly as well. I mean, Havoc only taking the initial damage, but now it is just going to be Temkawau. No, not Temkawau, sorry, it's Tamir, who's just sitting behind coffins. And
that dink is unbelievably quick.
Boy, we fast. We fast out here, so KitKat will inevitably shut the round down. It looks as though we might have a pause coming back in. Yeah, so D13 calling the pause, and this is interesting.
I mean, really not that much is going wrong for them. I mean, the reason they're losing a lot of these rounds is just because they're getting undone by rushes. Both teams were on the CT side, particularly vulnerable to apps like collapses or waterfall plays, which seem to be working quite well. So if they can tighten up that, really the only thing they need to do then is just not be too quick to rotate. That's been their biggest issue, is that they've been very free with that rotating player telling them to move between Arch and between B. So I don't know, it's hard because like in a game like this, it's 5v5, you've got to have an unbalance somewhere. Do you have it at A or B? You can make the argument for both based on what the other team is doing to you, but they're choosing to play the way that they are. Really, you've either got to get some info earlier in the round to be able to send that player over earlier on, or just got to try and trust they won't in fact be there. But this is the change up now for D13. 3 players on B, aggressive into Banana. I can only assume that either they're going to keep it this way, or given the buy, Surely they send 2 players to push and send 1 back to A. It's actually going to be 1 player to push. No, there it is. 2 players hanging around Banana and 1 back to A. So they will get back in time, but the utility here going to be good to cut off these Arch players. And that's the A side exposed to NASR.
Well, they've been given it for free. Not only for free, they've actually taken a kill with them. And look at this aggression coming through from Rate. The rest of your team is not there. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? You don't have the sight. You've got no one to help. There's 1 flash that you throw before you go, and then that's it. You get hit with the left, right, and the good night, and D13 are looking at another round. The deficit, they're going to have to back away from this and try and save. But my goodness, NASR were given that round for quite literally for free there. And 2 kills.
I mean, yeah, sorry, the thing I've been distracted by, is this countdown to bomb detonation a new thing?
Yeah, that's what I was pointing to before. I was like,
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't seen that, but I also don't want to say anything just in case it's been a feature forever.
See, I don't know if it was an Extremesland thing or just a Panorama thing, but I've definitely casted CS since Panorama came out. I've never seen that, so maybe it's setting you how to enable. I don't know. That aside, D13 have managed to hold onto their guns, getting a few kills in the latter stage of the round and upgrading to a couple AKs there, so things aren't all bad for them, but I think they need to stop going for these weird holds, like the 2-player Arch sort of holds. The holds that can be countered by 1 smoke. Because when you have 2 players Arch, they come top mid, great. You can have your Arch player get a kill, maybe he then falls back and baits him into the guy who's playing in the cutout, whatever. That sort of thing can work great. But when they smoke you off, you've given up the A-bomb site for free, your B players aren't rotating quickly enough, even though you have full control of Banana, and it's a really tricky thing for you to try and retake with. So D13, I don't think they're playing this badly. I think this is certainly a valid approach they're taking. I just don't think it's working against the way that NASR are choosing to play this, and they need to realize that. Immediately, NASR already up quickly onto the B bomb site. Full util here, but Shinobi's going to get 1. Needs to stay alive, though, and allow his teammates to come in, or else, once again, bomb site exposed, except, no, I lied. There's another player there who I didn't see because I can't read maps.
No, he actually pushed through CT. You were right. It was only the one. It was only Shinobi holding towards Coffins, but it was actually Tamir that came through the smoke of CT to find that. Temka Wow at the moment was just behind that middle smoke. Does back away for a moment, but still quite aggressive when all things are considered. He's still out in the open towards Diggit. He does have the support of Rate who swung across, but with only a man advantage, you really can't be affording to be too aggressive when you've got no more support and you're not gaining any intel at that point. The smoke, however, that was down in towards middle just remains there, kind of gives him the cover to hide. And Havoc now, they will set their scopes towards the top of Banana. It's going to be whirled in towards CT and also Tamir holding back towards Graveyard. So it looks as though if they do have that small amount of utility, they might just be able to make this work.
Really does come down to the play of Tamir here, especially given that his teammate's starting to drift. It's a 4v3. Keep 2 on a bomb site. Where are you going, World? You got to stay here. Your teammate's in trouble. He will get back just in time, but no, it's not quickly enough. Tamir has to fall back. He gets flashed out, goes to the spray, and will get the luckiest kill that he could have possibly gotten. 5 seconds left. That bomb's going to go down, and Nami just going to save his teammate and that bomb plant. And now it's 2 versus 2. The spray good, but not good enough. Nami's going to get away. Smoke's going to buy them a bunch of time as well, but the T's now just a single flashbang left. So soon for the CTs, but they're caught out behind the fading smoke. And now D13's hopes lie on Temka, and Nami's so quick. 4 frag in the round for him. And man, it's a bit of a questionable rotation there from World. If it's a 4 versus 3, if it's a 4 versus 4, even if it's a 4 versus 5, I would say, you have 2 players, keep 2 on each bomb site. You can gamble, I guess, towards a stack, but when there's 20 seconds left, unless there was a fake thrown at the B bomb site, the A bomb site, which I don't see how they would have been because all their players were in Banana, unless there was some kind of fake thrown that caused him to rotate, it's not the best idea to be leaving your teammate alone. I mean, of course, there's always a reason that these players have for doing things that I don't have, and that's why I'm here and not in the server, but I mean, unless there's something really obvious that I'm missing, it's a bit of a weird one, and that does give NASR another round. Again, very close indeed. Saved by Nami. That bomb plant could have been denied, but it wasn't. And now NASR stretching their lead to 14-11. D13 backs against the wall. Going for a force buy. 2 for Masters and a UMP. They do have the AWP out, but not on World. It's on Rate now. Need to make a play with it here. Utility and Banana not going to do anything for the CTs this time. Only a flash thrown out. The majority of that damage coming in from the Ts. And they already look like they want to go for some quick presence up Banana before deciding where they go.
Yeah, you can see there Shinobi just in towards CT. They're just going to be putting out the feelers towards the top of Banana, but they won't be given any such reward for trying to find something. So, unfortunately, they do back away. I mean, with the way Nami's playing with the AWP, just send him up towards Banana and let him take the fight. Let him hold the line from CT when it dissipates. Honestly, he's finding himself. I believe he's on 25 frags at the moment.
Speaking of Nami, have a look at him and Havoc. 9K and 11K in terms of the money there. So while their 3 teammates are low, NASR can conceivably get out of that amount of money 2, 3 buy rounds maybe. If they, well, they'll get 2 if they lose everything here. They'll be able to get drops out to get the money, and maybe even a 3rd if they go for a lighter buy. So they're buying until at least 14-14, maybe even 14-15 if they lose this. So they're set for basically the rest of this map. But this is a good play from Shinobi. Swinging out wide and catching them, throwing utility. Does good damage to both the other 2 players there. And we'll get out alive, but this Molly's going to be questionable. Although stuck. I actually thought he had a kill there at the start, but managed to get it. Good trade there from Temka, but needs to find another. That is the bomb, though, spotted in Apps. Now they know that the game is up, and Rate manages to recover for a very crucial one. Bomb down in Apps. The other 2 teams pushing in as quickly as they can here. NASR, they've just avoided the pincers here with Breaker getting up this quickly. He's just got to find this one-player site before he gets flanked, and he has made it past Library as well. He's heard it. He turned. 10 seconds left, but NASR have still found their way onto the bomb site. They've just got to hold off Temka here, and surely he cannot push this and go for the plant. It's too soon. He thought he'd won the round by time, but goes back. And now just the UMP. 1 versus 2. Both players low. Even going to get an AK out of this. Very, very doable. But both players playing down in cover. They give him the kill. Nami jumps up on the box. And oh my goodness, Tamir manages to turn and make it work. Grabs the AWP as well. What a retake. Goodness me.
What a play coming in from Tamir. That was absolutely ridiculous. He thought that the bomb had no time to be planted. Little did he know, he was so wrong. Still somehow makes that work. That is an unbelievable 1 versus 2 clutch, and that is something that D13 can now play on the back of. You were saying about the money before, it's still there. They're still going to be able to buy for their teammates, even if they can't. Breaker should be dropped there. The AWP can still be picked up for Nami, so it's not bad news for NASR with that bomb down as well, of course, with 4 players dropping. The economy's still low for D13, but my point right now is that can be a momentum changer. Tamir with a monstrous 1v2. I'm pretty sure he was below half HP as well, so that is absurd.
I mean, they were both incredibly low too, but look, doesn't matter. He won it either way, so well played from him, and around the D13 desperately needed. They managed to keep NASR off 15 through the skin of their teeth, by the skin of their teeth. Now they'll be getting another buyout here on the CT side. It's not great. They've got that saved AWP back in the hands of World. It looks like had to drop a gun or 2 over to his teammates. He spent 9K and had the AWP drop to him, so a couple M4s in the hands of Rate and Tamir. Lesser guns for the others, but now the nade damage starting to begin in Banana once again, like we saw from D13 earlier in the game. Not so much though. The 30 HP taken off Breaker and 20 odd taken off Kit Kat, so better than nothing. With the guns they have, with the M4s, they'll certainly take any chinks of health off these Ts that they can get, but no kill. Not a lot to work off given how little utility there really is on this CT side. They had 2 smokes left. They've just thrown 1 of them, so they've got 1. The minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. Not a lot in terms of utility here. It's just going to have to be the aim battle, but fortunately for D13, NASR is starting to take some utility towards A. Taking it quite loudly as well, so D13 should have a good idea this is coming with 3 players here. Again, not much util, but the white peaks seem to be working out very well for them. Nami catches the dink, but is able to get both entries. Crucial stuff from him. And only 1 player left inside the bomb site here as Nami hits all 3, stepping up. He saw the heroics of last round from the other team. He saw Tamir doing some great work, and he said, no, guys, let me show you. This is how we do it. 3 entry kills, 15 HP for at least some of them, and the CTs already forced to back out and save.
Nami, my word, what a monstrous 3K that is. That is absolutely filthy. That last flick, my word, he's putting in work for NASR right now. I believe he's now only 1 shy of the 30 bomb, and well-deserved as well. This man is putting in the work, putting up the numbers.
103 ADR.
And pulling out the plays. That is absolutely absurd for 27 rounds. 103 ADR. And he is making plays for NASR. So going toe-to-toe with Tamir from his previous encounter. This is absolutely ridiculous. Tamir now he will have to, unfortunately, he'll have to lick his wounds, unfortunately, from that previous round in which he had quite the big play. So there you go, 29 frags on Samir. Monstrous, not on Samir, sorry. On Nami, quite a play and a half coming in. So now it is D13 that are going to have to pull together anything they possibly can. They have MP9s. They've got all sorts right now. The lolly bag by an MP9, a UMP, 2 CZs, and an M4. There's not a lot for D13 to work with in this, but when all things are said and done, they're going to have to try and pull this one back.
Going to be a rough one. 3 rounds required to make it into OT, but I mean, we've seen so many pistol rounds have success that why not? You know, why not? Let's have an OT in map 1. Let's do it. It's going to be tough though, especially with Nami playing the way that he is. Currently sitting on 29 frags, I believe, but over 100 ADR. But he's certainly playing well in this matchup, and he is the player that we highlighted earlier. So good to see that, you know, sometimes we can be right, and we haven't cursed him, which often happens.
I mean, that's generally just what our job is, right? It's just cursing. It's, well, not cursing, cursing players and cursing teams.
I'll curse. Abracadabra.
Old man yells at the sky.
Wait, neither of us are old.
I know, it's weird.
Jordan back.
Jordan! Someone get him on speed dial.
I don't think he'll be watching.
No, I doubt. I think he's at home having a rest right now, and rightfully so. He deserves it. But NASR right at this point. They possibly deserve this dub. They have played well enough, but D13 have put up quite the fight. Can they continue to in the 28th round? It's coming down to the wire. It's going to have to be quite the round for D13 to pull this back. 4 AKs, and now they're looking to hit.
Very limited utility here as well. Could be a double CZ spray down, but World, unluckily, when it was most crucial, when it mattered most, he couldn't get it done. Now one teammate inside the side. Shinobi won't get anything done. The pit player going to go down as well. D13 collapse without a fight. It's Rate and Tamir left to pull off a 2 versus 5. Bomb down. Both players coming in from Arch. So little space for them to work with as well. So little utility to use. They've got 2 flashbangs. They're going to throw them and go in. It's the last round. They have to go. But NASR have everything they need to win this one. 1 kill remains. They've got the 1, and there it is. Nami fittingly to close it. Pretty sure that was his 30th kill of the game. Let's see. It was indeed 16-12, the score and the win. Map 1 going the way of NASR.
Definitely deserved that as well. NASR played quite strong actually throughout the entire series. Oh, throughout the entire map. Well, it started so far. Throughout the entire rounds, they were looking quite hot. I mean, D13. I'm really impressed with how D13 played. They put up quite a decent fight. I mean, yes, that is their map pick, so it doesn't leave much to the imagination as we go to Overpass, which is notoriously a map that isn't played as much in the Asian region. So I think maybe D13 might have been caught out in this map and maybe punished for that in Overpass, but you know, who knows?
Well, the only way to find out will be to play Overpass, which we'll be doing right after we come back from this break.
best audio setting is the one you're comfortable with, so you can act and react anytime. Intuitive touch panel for treble and bass adjustment. With driverless design, you just plug and play. Everyone grips the mouse differently, so how can one mouse work for all? Different sizes and shapes for your options. Pick the one that fits your grip for long-lasting comfort and gameplay. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
As far as I know, everyone on the team who has tried the new screen from BenQ is using the feature with 240 Hz. It's so amazing, the transition is so great.
I think for me the most important when I play the game is that I feel that all my actions directly represented on the monitor. This is just another level on top of that, I would say.
It improves your gameplay a lot. You can react much faster on these kinds of monitors, and like once you play on 240 Hz, you can't go back.
Personalize the way you see everything, and then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
You're messing with us now.
Back into game here, already into Overpass, getting right into the action here. No time to waste between NASR and D13. Pissed around already going the way of NASR. They did win that last map on Inferno, so immediately straight back into things here with the CTs. D13 down.
Yeah, that's probably not the start in which they were hoping for after losing map number 1, unfortunately. That was their map pick. So now the incredibly large task has just gotten larger. Not that it... To be fair, it's not a large task. It's not a tall order for D13. They might be able to make this work, but as this is NASR's map, it is Overpass. It is a map that is not as regular as, say, your Infernos or your Mirage or your Caches. You know,
Mine specifically? Can I have them? One of each?
Maybe.
Thanks.
Would you like one?
Yes.
Which one?
One of each.
One of each.
Excellent.
Right.
Well, we've already had one. Now we can have the other. So, tick, done. Right. T's moving into the A-bomb side very, very quickly indeed. Sharp entry fragging from Greens. Going to continue here as he gets the spray onto the third one. Good smokes, Molotovs, easy utility usage. Going to block out the bomb plant entirely, make it safe. World comes in and we'll get the 1 kill. And actually the second with the last bullet. Nice little bit of spice there, but Havoc's ready on the flank, so this is going to be shut down pretty easily. Now all on Temcut with the scout. Not really much of a chance for him to do anything here as he goes for the CZ spray, but unfortunately for him, that gun has been nerfed. Not going to spray so accurately anymore. NASR will keep 3 AKs alive.
Where's your tall order now, D13? Haha.
Wow, you're rude.
So rude. It's all about the BM, fam.
BM standing for beautiful man, which you are. Beautiful manic.
Stop it. Well, as he will not stop it, nor too will D13 stop their run down in towards Fountain. They've already found themselves on the back ends of some grenades. It's going to be Breaker to find 1, 2, but not a third. It's Temkawau that shuts down 2 with the USP.
What is
and
it with
Raid.
USPs?
Oh man, I don't know. The pistols right now. Raid is so sneaky. Sneaky beaky like my friend. 1 kill at the very least. Upgrades to the AK. There is every chance he can make something work here.
I'm going to be real upset if this happens. I mean, Havoc's going to be limited to that MAC-10. There's no way he can go back and find himself an AK from anywhere. Good old NASR acknowledging the nice shot in chat there. The bomb's going to go down on B, and Havoc found himself a nice angle here with this MAC-10, pushing through unders. There's no armor here with this AK as well, so that's going to be an easy kill, and the AK recovered. Crisis averted, but still good work there coming in from the CTs to get those few kills happening. Not going to do too much to the T economy, really. They've got enough money coming through for them. But look, consolation frags for D13. And now round 4, going to get a gun round out, AWP out onto Rate. No answering AWP on that T side. So, I mean, that pistol round, or the second round that we saw there for NASR did look pretty organized. They had the util in to get into the bomb site. They looked ready to go. So, let's see how organized their gun round's going to be. As it looks like they're going for a fast play straight into B.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to be going straight through short. They might be met with the aggression of the opposite side. D13 now going to be holding the line. It's KitKat that's leading the charge. And they're all going to line up. However, the smoke gives them a small amount of cover. Green's pushing aggressive will find 1, and the second will be noticed. It's only 2 remaining there in World and Rate, and they are going to have quite a challenge to try and claw this one back. Might even be best just to save at this point. They look to try and find a different angle, maybe try and find a couple of kills here, but I don't know whether it's going to be possible. One thing I wanted to note very quickly was those last 3 kills. I know how absurd it sounds, but sometimes they can change a little bit, can change the map, rather the round a little bit. Rate and Temkawau were both able to buy something in which they weren't. So Rate was able to buy the AWP without armor, and Temkawau was able to buy a kit and a flash. Now, in the whole scheme of things, that doesn't really change anything. If, however, D13 were able to hold that a little bit better, a little bit stronger, maybe, I'm not saying there's a huge chance, but I'm saying maybe, you know, they find a kill with the AWP. But regardless, NASR just looking so strong, so powerful right now, and they are just walking all over D13.
Look at this man out here stealing my job doing analysis.
P.
Look, you basically said what basically said what I was going to, so you nicked my point there. But look, Either way, fast play into the B-bomb site from NASR. They use the cover of smokes well, and that's something we've seen from them a fair bit on their T side so far on these two maps specifically, is that they love to throw a lot of smokes, and then they're really good at exploiting them. Like, they use smokes to block off the toxic line getting on the bomb site, and then take that shot, getting flanked, or getting through up from short, and then flanking into water quickly. In the meantime, though, there's the spray even perfect from Havoc. There was an initial AWP pick there coming out early from Ray, but he wasn't able to find anything with it. Temka, though, will get one. The door broken. Havoc aware of that. That's going to give the CT side a 5v4 advantage in a round where they desperately need it, given how scrappy their weaponry is.
Yeah, it's kind of just all over the shop right now, and unfortunately sometimes, you know, you hear it quite often in which they say, you know, like, yeah, it's a great feeling to kind of, you know, like be able to save the AWP into the next round, but sometimes it really does kind of hinder you more than it helps you, right? Because you are sometimes forced to buy up in that next round to support it. However, this round, it's working out for them, right? Like, they've found the first pick and they've gotten away scot-free. However, they don't upgrade from that CZ, which can be seen as a little bit of a kind of hindrance, but still, it is a CZ. This is still CSGO, so we never know what could possibly happen. Shinobi, in the meantime, taking down Breaker, but the trade comes in promptly from Greens. Now, this could be the A-side hit that we're... B-side hit, rather, that we're looking for. Can D13 finally hold? Two players going to be pushing in from Monster. It's going to be KitKat and Nami leading the charge, but it's KitKat left all alone, finding the kill on towards Tamir. And now, dare I say it? No, I shall not. It's going to be World to shut that down, but Greens replies on towards Temka. Wow, it's now Rate that shuts down Nami, and the trade's going left, right, and center. The bomb's out in the open, but Greens comes through. Oh,
man.
NASR.
That was ridiculous. NASR play a dangerous game when they run the clock so low, but it seems to be working out for them so far. And D13, full investment into that round there. Didn't get much in terms of the buy. Got a lot from it, though. 4 kills, almost the 5th rate. Running up late with the AWP, but unfortunately able to do enough. Interestingly enough, D13 seem to be swapping their primary AWP between Rate and World pretty freely. There's a lot more World than Rate on Inferno, but we certainly saw a bit of both, and now Rate seems to be the primary thus far. In the meantime, Breaker's going quick over on A. He's got some teammates. Teammates throwing some smokes for him. He's got some as well. Now going to make his way down into Connector, where there's a Deagle waiting. Doesn't check the corner. No one's there to trade it. That's a gun in the hands of the CTs. Let's see what they can get done with it, though. Yeah, am I just seeing a repeat from last round? It's going to be the same sort of buy. World is going to be able to find 2, and no, it's not going the similar way. He shuts down 3 players walking on in, but now it's Nami. If ever you wanted to see a player on the opposite side of a 1v3, this is not the player you want to see. Hitting the first flick, now backs away. The bomb, however, still dropped in towards the small cutout, and this is going to be quite the task for him. He still has 2 more to find. They seem to be grouped up a little bit, or one now pushing more so towards Graffiti. He's still, however, got 55 seconds left on this clock, and now so much time to move and wiggle and jiggle and isolate these one-on-ones. My question is, can they see the bomb? They know it's down, but I'm not sure if it's in their sight. That'll be the thing, if they can make sure they know that it's still there. Otherwise, they're going to have to float a player back up towards A. They are actually starting to do that. I don't think they can see bomb. Given that Rate's going back here, he's either worried about the flank or they actually don't know bomb's there at all. Not sure which it is. It is out of their line of sight at the moment. I don't think they know. That's going to allow Nami to sneak through past Heaven as well. If he can find this 1v1 onto Temka, he's going to have to be very quick about it, though. 15 seconds remaining, and there's not enough time here. She's going to have to go for the bomb, pick it up, try and get this plant down, and there's the swing. Nothing Nami can do to get out of this situation. So much time being wasted. He's going to get this frag, but has to sit and try and save. He can't plant the bomb. Rate would be silly to peek him at this point. He won't be doing it. So both AWPers will save their guns, but a first round on the board for D13. Yeah, much needed as well. Unfortunately, Nami just leaves it way too late there. I think sometimes it can, like saving an AWP in the next round on the back of an eco, it can also hinder you having that much time left on the clock. It gives you the perception that you have so much time to breathe, to try and find the kills. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, it turns into absolutely nothing. So they will be punished for that as well. And Nami, unfortunately, not being able to pull out the 1v3. Still finds 2 kills and keeps Devil honest. Ooh, that was a little bit close coming in from Havoc, but the kill doesn't come in. Rate now just going to be holding the line from Fountain, but no one going to be peeking. However, this aggression towards Long might find themselves a cheeky little opening if Rate doesn't move or hear them. I don't think he's actually moved. I think he's... Oh, okay, there we go. Now he's legged it back a little bit.
He said, no, thank you. I don't want to be left here by myself.
But his teammates aren't rotating. Rate's got to do this all on his own. I'm actually not sure if he knows this is coming. Now he does, but Nami's ready for that. I do not think Rate knew they were there at all, or else surely he wouldn't have been going for such an aggressive wide peek. Two players going to flank up through Con for the CTs. Tamir already here. Spots all of the util going out. Gets some good spam damage through, but got to be able to find anything, and Havoc has played this one to perfection, picking up 2 on the lurk, on the flank. KitKat with another nice one, and he's going to flash through and try and hunt Tamir as well. Why not? Go for it. Spraying the smoke. They know whereabouts he's gone, but be able to find that kill just yet. And Tamir trying to stay alive, won't manage it. A lot of damage onto KitKat, but he'll stay alive. NASR strike back immediately, and that is not good for the money of D13. The last round, the only round that they won, they only kept 1 player alive. With that, they reset a full round loss bonus. They're on 5 rounds round loss bonus, which is maximum. That was $3,400 into their bank account every round. They win a round, they lose it. They only keep 1 player alive in the round that they win, and then lose the next. And that's their money in the bin entirely. So NASR arguably almost in a better situation than they would be if they were 7-0 at this point. They've forced their opponents onto pistols. Now looking good to get up to 7-1, maybe even 8-1, as long as things don't go astray here. We've seen some crazy pistol rounds so far, but so far, everything going NASR's way.
Yeah, this would have to definitely just be Nami holding down Con. I was waiting for the 1-by-1-by-1 peak coming in from D13 with the pistols, but inevitably it will kind of be like that. They are going to go 1-by-1, just a little bit later, a little bit too slow on the response. Nami, however, misses the 3rd shot, will clean up the 4th, finds himself a 3K in towards Connector, and eventually my thoughts do come to full fruition. But interestingly enough, I think this is going to be similar to what we kind of saw yesterday, in which we did see a lot of the matches with quite a large skill discrepancy, and in that we saw realistically the only rounds that were being picked up by the lesser team were the teams were the rounds where they were able to clutch out a, you know, kind of a monstrous performance from one of the players. But you know, that basically, that previous round where they won more or less came down to World with that 3K and the FAMAS, right? If he can't hold that, it completely shakes things up. But having said that, D13 did show a lot of promise last map, regardless of whether it was their map or not. There's still a lot for them to work with coming into this. But it will unfortunately, I can't stress this enough, it will be quite an effort needed for D13 to bring this back and to stop the stop the clean sweep. But for now, NASR are just in the driver's seat, and so they should be. They're taking complete control, and D13, they're going to have to revert to the pistols now, Brian. Once again. Things really not going well for them so far. 6 kills for World, not much for anyone else, but Havoc didn't need that grenade anyway. Just get that thing out of the map. Wants to buy another flashbang, probably. Didn't actually see. Might even have been the smoke. Didn't see what he had beforehand, but either way, there's some cheeky smokes going out. Those ones hit over towards the bathroom, I'm fairly certain. There's a Molotov up into short as well. 5 CZs here for D13, and they're going to put all 5 of them on the B bomb site. Going for a cheeky stack, bit of an optimistic play. It's going to work. Potentially, if NASR walk into it, it'll be a mincing, but Tamir already getting cold feet. Going to go back and solo A. That said, though, it does look like NASR are posturing over towards this B bomb site. We do have more players over here. Admittedly, the bomb's still in T, so we'll grab that wherever. But there's some flashbangs to get their teammates into short and out of bottom con. NASR not into this back here, but a good boost, smart boost. Find themselves the first. Going to get a molly into the close corners as well. Just starting to clear things out. And they're taking the right approach here. There's still a player down in the corner, but looking like they're going to be able to clean this one up fairly easily. There's been a lot of bait done here for the corner player, but Tepka's going to get checked. Breaker holds the crossfire. And the stack rapidly being dismantled by NASR here on their T side as they look to find these last couple players on the entry. Yeah, there's a world in which D13 find a couple of kills in this round. Well, and unfortunately, it's not going to be. Well, actually, I bite my words again. It's going to be World to find one, nearly a second in Havoc, but KitKat too quick, too fast with the AK headshot there. World falls down, and D13, they're going to need quite a response right now. There are only M4s on the board. It doesn't look like Temka Wow. No, he's just going to go for the SMG. We have seen this quite often with D13. They do opt to grab more utility rather than firepower. In this case, they will be able to continue doing this. However, they don't grab more than just the MP9 with a smoke and a grenade. So you would dare say that this could be a bit of aggression coming in from the CT side, but so far we haven't seen too much. It's Temka out that goes aggressive, with the MP9 towards short, gets a little bit of control for that B site. And there is every chance they might be able to make something work here. D13, though, they are slowly letting this game slip. The rounds are slowly starting to amount, and you know this is where things do get a little bit dicey if they can't get somewhat of a grip rather on the later rounds in this half.
Boost once again out. Once again, it will be successful here. For NASR. D13 just not ready for that one. 2 rounds in a row now. Fortunately for them, under the 4v5, they do have pretty equal guns here now that MP9 has been dropped, but not really in a position to find too much with it here. And once again, NASR want to go towards B. Cleared out bottom con, cleared out short, bomb in back monster. 2 players here, Shinobi and Tamir. Work to do. They're going to get a smoke out in the bomb site, and Tamir on the peek up will spot a couple players short, but now has to dance through these smokes and find some damage. Can't find the kill when he's given, and Nami somehow recovers that one. World up in heaven finds the one frag, but peeks straight into Havoc. He'll get the other, and now Rate coming in from behind. Finds that first kill, but needs more to make this 1v3 work. Finds the second. Nami left very, very low here with the crossfire being held. Very difficult round. Nami should be grabbing this final frag. 2 for him on the entry fragging with the AWP. Great work there. HP AWP, it's 13 Tamir, I'll tell you. There you go. 9-1 now for NASR, and finally a CT timeout from D13. Needing to have a chat about things.
Yeah, they definitely need to start kind of moving things around, figuring out some sort of a way to stop these rounds from coming through. They are occasionally bringing them a little bit closer, but relatively, it just seems like NASR are destroying Devil right now, just shutting down every avenue in which they could really take. And it seems as though NASR, not only are they outplaying, but out-aiming D13. And of course, that always leads to the punishment that is 9-1 right now. 10 seconds, of course, until the freeze time does partake. And well, part ways, rather, not partake.
Look.
It's not really the right word there.
Words are odd things.
English words are good fun, aren't they?
I thought you were going to say garbage there.
I was actually like...
Garbage is an English word.
It is.
Excellent. I feel like we can talk linguistics some other time. Maybe over coffee.
Nah. Oh, don't mind that. Bit of a cheeky little lunch date. Let's go. Let's go have a coffee together.
Linguistics date.
Let's do it.
I feel like no one's ever said that combination of words before in recorded human history.
You've heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Tamir at the moment with the CZ looking for... Oh, actually nearly gets caught out there, but
Excuse
the drive-by.
That's pretty rude. You don't get to do that to people. That's not nice. 2 kills do come in from the AKs to recover it, but now Rate with the Deagle. This is a bit more of what we saw in Inferno here, Rob.
Yeah, and this is the problem.
What is with this CZ running burst that they're doing? It's insane.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it because they've found the trades in a 3-2 fashion in which favours them. So now they will find themselves in a 3 versus 2. It's going to be the AWP of Nami, and he is just absolutely absurd right now, shutting down D13. Oh, God, that just would have been it. Oh, surely not. Rate, don't do it. Oh, my word. Havoc nearly gives him the chance for a second, and we were nearly repeating history for a second.
Going to break the 4th wall for a minute, and for those at home who can't see us, which is all of you, Rob put his hand on my shoulder in shock the moment that Deagle kill came through. My man out here getting engaged, and I love it. Either way, unfortunately for D13, they're not able to get engaged, but here's a change-up, double AWP on CT side overpass. Let's see, 1 push fountain, 1 play B, surely. Let's go. Nope, neither of them are doing that. I lied to you. One's going long. Where's the other one? Go on B. We're looking at it. Nice. Excellent. Glad that I'm paying attention. Excellent. Sweet. Good. Rate going to go for a pick here, but already Nami's found World, so see ya. And here comes a fast push into the B bomb site. So, second dog, it's been fun having you, but you're not doing anything this round.
No, it's just going to be isolated completely. D13. Oh my word, Nami, will you stop it? You are absolutely filthy.
My man is entry fragging with an AWP better than I've seen people entry frag with an AK.
Oh my word.
It's very impolite.
You know what, I'm just glad that we took the time to actually talk about Nami before the game.
Because now we look like we know things.
We look like gods, right? We're like, yeah.
Look how early this pause is. Match is now paused. Already. D13 are like, hey guys, come on, let's not lose this 14-1.
Like this is what they're staring at.
I feel like they're trying to get aggressive, but it's in the wrong places. Like they tried to go up A long, which sure you can try and catch them out, but they've shown no presence there. You know where they have shown presence? B, lots. So like, I don't know. They have played these pistol rounds where they've got the CZs out into water. This is a bit of a weird spot for Rake to be in, but I guess he's going to save the
Oh, no. What are you doing?
No
What?
scope.
Oh!
I mean, it was a quick scope, but I would have liked a no scope. I asked him nicely and everything. Look, either way, it's 11-1. The pause now comes out for D13. They had the double AWP there, and I think it's worth noting, I was about to say they haven't been getting aggressive. They did have that AWP peeking monster. Problem is, got destroyed by Nami, which is like, fair enough, everyone's getting destroyed by Nami. My dude's 17-3. After going, what, 30-17? I don't know. Dude's on fire. LAN is apparently too easy for Nami. Almost rhymes, but doesn't. Either way, he's on point.
Wait, what?
17-1. It's fine. Sure. Don't do it. Don't second guess me. Don't look at me like that. I don't like it. I do, but I'm not going to tell anyone that. Either way, 17-1-3. He's having a having a great game. And I mean, I'm not sure really what D13 have got. They've got a pretty really not good buy, and they've had some very good buys that they haven't been able to do anything with.
I actually feel that this is the 3rd or 4th time that they've just gone for the lollybag buy, the kind of lower oh my word, Rate cop that. Down to 26 HP, not even 20 seconds, not even 10 seconds into the round, and he's already having to run away, lick his wounds.
It's a big old how you going, isn't it?
A bit of a how you doing.
Hate to see it.
You do? You actually hate to see it.
What other catchphrases can we drop?
Oh, God.
I don't have any. But 4 players in the B bomb site now for D13. They've figured it out. I can't help but feel like that we picked apart by NASR anyway. That's just the form that NASR are in. They've left Rate alone on 26 HP to solo A. I mean, fair enough. NASR really have not been going A. It's been pretty much B all the time. I can't actually think of any more than like maybe 1 or 2 rounds they've gone A. It's been pretty much always B.
Yeah, I think maybe the first 2 rounds they went A.
The first couple rounds that we watched were B. But I mean, we're A, but it's been lots of B. All right, well, Temka's got the FNS MP9, so he's really trying to outthink the enemy, and that's worked very well.
Outthink, out-aim, outplay, whatever you want to put it. Well, Temka outfinds the opening.
The FNS meme is the 10 billion IQ. He controls all of the shuffles to... What was it he was trying to do? I can't remember, like, break up SK or something by ridiculous amounts of I don't know. There was something in there that was an FNS master plan, but either way, Havoc finds another over towards B. The remaining players from D13 rotating as best they can.
What?
No one's on B. What? Huh? Huh?
Brainstorm?
I don't know, man. It's hard. Words are hard. Havoc's found another one. They're going A. This is a big old bamboozle. Really, this has just been... D13 are just getting outplayed. Like, NASR know exactly where they are all of the time. Tamir's going to get one, but he's not able to stop the plant just yet. Already Breaker's moving around trying to find him. Spots him and hasn't found the kill, but at this point he can play this game all he likes. He's got teammates. Tamir has nowhere at all to go. He's going to find that first kill. Could even go for the AWP there and has heard the player coming behind him. He knows where they are now if he can find these kills, but time ticking lower and lower. And now Havoc knows he's not in the bomb. Havoc's immediately going to go up and get on that refrag, and there's the easy kill. 12-1. NASR just outplaying D13 here. They're playing with them, really toying with them. Every kill they get is making D13 rotate frantically, and then they just lose more players. Yeah,
they're just playing with their food. And so they can. Like, right then, you actually saw one of the players from NASR play with their food across towards short, and it pulled the rotate off from Rate. There was no one else on A side. He literally was left all on his... Well, actually, no. He left A and left A defenseless. Not even information was gained, and there was no one spotted on B. There was no one pushing, so that was the punishment. Greens is going to go straight through the fire and flames to find the first. It's going to be World that gets caught out just towards water, but now Pillar's going to be too dirty. However, Shinobi finds one, but this has just been an onslaught from NASR this first half.
And once again, a single smoke somewhere that is annoying. In that case, it's the middle of sight to block off that little bit of vision. They immediately run all around it. If you're D13 at this point, you have to be suspicious of every single smoke because they will push through and around them, but it's such a hard play style to counter. Breaker's now lurking as well. I mean, D13 certainly have made their own fair share of mistakes in this half. You don't go down 13-1 without doing so, but credit must be given to NASR here for how well they're playing this. And for D13, they're certainly trying their best. They've had a fair few of these rounds go into 1v1s, 1v2s, that sort of thing that they've gotten close at, but just not going well enough for them, unfortunately. Breaker having a rough game at 4, 5, and 9. Really needs to, well, doesn't need to. I'm not going to say it needs to.
He doesn't need to do anything.
Carrying. He's got like 1 billion assists, so
you could literally just sideline him. Just
yeah,
we'll play 4.
On the other side, Shinobi's going 2 and 13, so 3 and 13.
3 and 14, mate.
3 and 14. Wow. Mathematics on stream. Don't do it.
No, well, actually, you were
13-1.
right the first time, just so you know.
Yeah, thanks.
I got you.
Thanks. Right. Either way, 13-1. Things looking dire for the D13 boys here. I'd love to say they need this round, but they needed every round from about 6 rounds ago, so this one would be a consolation prize, if anything. The round that they really need to worry about now, like 13-2, 14-1, doesn't make much of a difference as Nami's ready for everything. It doesn't matter. The round that matters is your T-pistol. You win that, you can maybe make a comeback. Otherwise, that extra round, I don't think is really going to make too much of a difference down the line. Like, there's a difference between maybe a 12-3 and an 11-4. An 11-4 and a 10-5. These are one-round differences that matter. 13-2 and 14-1, not really sure how much of a difference that makes, but maybe D13 could take something. It could give them that little bit of mental momentum that they need to go into the next half, but it's not looking like it. NASR have free reign to roam wherever they please on the map. No one is able to trade any of the kills that D13 are losing. Like, no one is stopping them until they even get close to the bomb sites. Already, World is trying to make a play, pushing up close and inside bathrooms. This could be a round-winning play, but could also be a round-losing one because now they're gun up and KitKat's too quick. One player on this A bomb site, Shinobi fast flank, but he's been hurt. He'll get the kill regardless, though, and actually Temka gets one as well, so now this is getting interesting, but ooh, very interesting indeed. Temka gets another. Nami, he's been sharp. He's got the AWP, had the AWP, now he's got the AK. Hits a ridiculous shot, and now he knows where Shinobi is. He's going to rotate all the way through to B. Going to jump out through heaven to make himself plenty of time. He can plant this bomb wherever the hell he pleases and play wherever the heck he wants. Going to go for an open plant. Shinobi's not going to be able to stop it. Didn't go heaven and wouldn't have got there anyway. Nami, here's this. Tucks himself into the corner. Yeah, Nami, we know you know he's there. You can hear him, and there's an easy kill. Nami with a 3K, going to secure the 14-1 and a 21-3 KD for himself.
Take the BM, my friend. 21-3. That is ridiculous. Like, just get out of the server, man. Stop it. 124 ADR. This guy is just going off right now. Granted, yes.
KD of 7.
D13.
4 3Ks.
They are. You know. I don't even. I don't want to put it.
If you're going to say a lower tier team, that's fair. But they also put up a good fight on Inferno. This is something else.
That's why I don't want to say lower tier team, but they are a lesser team, I feel is probably the best way to put it. It's not, I wouldn't say, yeah, they are a lower tier team.
It's fine. You can say whatever you'd like. It's going to be okay.
Gonna get roasted for a brainstorm.
No, it's fine. You're fine. No one minds. It's all good. I'll roast you later just so you can, like, feel like you're included. Right, Green's going to push up at Fountain, not finding anything with the one tap, but we'll have to fall back.
Oh my god.
Nami's so good. It's actually insane. He's so much fun to watch. He's just good with everything. Green's under a lot of pressure, but he's going to face because you're up 14-1. What do you have to give? What do you have to give up? Now Breaker's rotated up as well, and the one taps. The one taps are just so clean. World and Temka left to wonder what on earth has happened on their team. What in the world, as it may be, has happened to their team. KitKat's on the flank. Tasty treat. Now one player left. Just Temka left, and they're going for the knife, but it will be the easy kill. 15-1.
I love that. I love that. Like this is where NASR can kind of go, yeah, we can do what we need to now.
Bison.
Please, just 5 Bisons, please. Well, the MP5 comes out, so I guess the brother of the Bison.
Nah.
The bigger brother. I feel
Bison's
it's the bigger.
best gun.
It's the bigger brother
No,
to the Bison.
It's the bigger brother of the Bison.
Yeah, no, that's true. I've actually, yeah, no, that is 100% true. I just like, I don't know. I like to tell the story of an MP5. A lonely MP5, the silenced MP5. The damage is there to be done. Brain's nearly completely rolled his foot, but it doesn't make a difference. Tamir and Temka both find themselves a cheeky little kill. KitKat will respond in fine fashion. Down goes Rate. Only 4 players remain for D13. I say 4 players remain. It's actually 3 players. Make that 2 that remain for NASR, but still, you just have this feeling like they're going to shut it down.
Even if they don't, they've got so many rounds to play with. Too many. 13 if they lose this one. We'll see. Maybe NASR can show us a bit more of the fireworks we've seen in the rest of the map.
We need this to hurry up and
Close
finish.
this one down here. But D13 for their part are making the correct call and going over to B. NASR have gambled on putting both their players on that A bomb site. And Tamir's over there. So he'll be trying to make a bit of noise and keep those NASR players there. But D13 trying to make no noise at all until they get this bomb down. Going in to clear out this bomb site. They're going to find it completely empty. That's the bomb down and most likely the round. NASR no doubt will go for this retake. The rest of their team already have no money, but Sure what else is going to do for them. Breaker's going to get one. Let's see if they decide to commit to this.
Yeah, I feel as though they've got no real choice. They may as well. MP5, UMP to make it work. Kit onto the hands of Havoc, but no utility after that flash has been thrown. Now they're going to hunt these players down. It's Havoc to find the first, pushing on into the side. Nearly finds the second. Oh, okay. I thought he dinked him from that side, but no.
1 for 13.
It's just a cheeky little tag. I got a little bit too excited again.
15-2. The comeback?
Surely. I can feel it.
I was waiting for a knot, but no, you're doubling down.
No, I'm definitely doubling down. I can feel it. D13. They've got it. I can feel it in my loins. Let's do it, D13.
Can we not talk about your loins?
Why not?
That's a later subject.
That's a coffee date. That's a coffee date subject right there. Take the linguistics out. The loins are all we know. Oh my word! Breaker gets dinked. We said before, we're going on a coffee date to talk about linguistics.
I know, but all right.
Now Breaker's ripping off heads left, right, and center. He's taking names, and he's kicking butt, taking names. Havoc just rolls on through with the AK, shutting players down, and...
3 HP.
Why not?
Not a problem. Shinobi and Tamir now left with, shall we say, an irritating situation. Where? Okay, the bomb's still in T. Shinobi should get this kill. So there's that one at least. Back into a 2 versus 2. Green's even going to move straight down Con. You'll hear these players going on to B, and his teammate will confirm that, but a dink was still hit there by Nami. So Greens, with the Deagle, goes through the smoke. A little bit too quickly. Should have waited maybe half a second longer for that bomb to get planted, but damage done. NASR, though, now going to take a save. Should, no need to get antsy here, just chill. Don't need to go force buying until, you know, you lose the next 12 rounds or anything like that. Just take a save, chill out, whatever. You haven't been able to convert the couple rounds after the pistol. Happens. Chill out, take a save, get some guns, close the game out there. Still going to be like a 16-4 or 5, surely, for them.
Does it happen?
Happy with that.
Does it happen when you're 15-1 up? Surely not.
It does. You ever been up 15-0 and then lose 5 rounds because matchmaking? Yeah, same.
I've never been up 15-0. So
really?
No, I have.
I was going to say, surely, mate.
Twice.
Surely at some point you've had a team good enough to carry
Twice
it.
I've had that. Oh.
That was really rude, I'm sorry.
It hurts. It genuinely, like, I can feel, I'm currently pulling the dagger from out of my back, like it.
Is that why the shirt's red?
Yeah, that's exactly why the shirt's red. That's exactly it. The NASR with 3 players remaining. The reason we can have a small joke about this round is because they're only on the pistols. I say only, but we saw Havoc pull off an absolutely absurd play yesterday, so we can never actually... I just feel you can never count out this team
Breaker's got an M4 now. So, what do you know? Maybe
not much, apparently.
Well, look, neither. But, I mean, realistically, this should be a round for D13. They've already taken the last couple. They've been playing better. NASR, I think, went a little bit too fast, got a little bit too keen after winning pistol to get that 16-1. Now, they don't like their chances as Havoc just gets taken down completely. That whole setup is bait. Breaker has found one, but now he's alone. And he does have that M4 in hand. He's also on his own. 1v3. So I'm going to go down on B very shortly as the T starts to take up their post plants, locking down both flanks. And Breaker has to hit some godly timing here to get past Tamir, which he might just do, which he has done. It would be spotted, but I'm sure someone will be watching for this.
Well, I mean, we saw it on Inferno, so why not? Similar fashion, Breaker's going to be able to push through behind the enemy lines. He could actually punish one of these players here because they're not watching all possible lines. But
made noise.
The grenade's going to be thrown, and he's just going to back it. It actually does quite a lot of damage to Rate there. I think he might have caught that one, but Breaker will back away. And you know what? Kudos to D13. The resilience is there. You know, this is what their last match, and you know, if they can't find this map right now, this is their last match. So incredible resilience from Breaker, regardless of, you know, I'm sitting here having a bit of a laugh, but 15-1, that's a really hard scoreline to take. And you know what, D13, I give you my full kudos, guys. You guys are at least putting up the fight, at least making that effort.
All of the kudos. You can have it. Take to the bank. The kudos, I don't know. Kudos, Bank Arena.
Beat me to it.
Same joke. Bad joke, but hey. All right, match paused. NASR going to take a pause. I mean, you're up 15-4, but sure. They haven't used any of their pauses because the first half went so well for them. So this pause is going to serve 2 purposes. One, they can have a chat and just be like, all right, how do we want to approach this round? Just make sure that our defense is solid. And 2, D13 are raring at the bit. They're like, yeah, we got him on the ropes. Great, we've won a few rounds. And NASR are like, chill. Cool your jets. We want you to have a second to think about things because we're still up 15-4. So, I mean, NASR have 3 more pauses. They might do that for the next 3 rounds in a row. We'll see. Still no doubt in my mind that they're closing this map out. I do not believe in the comeback yet. Call me a hater if you must. But I don't. We'll see, though. They've got a gun round here, D13, and if they can keep winning these rounds in a relatively clean fashion, they can continue rolling with those. So, every round counts. Let's see what NASR have got for us here. Smoke into the molly, flash through, push through short. That gives them a lot of map control early. A lot of info early as well. Now Havoc's going to push through Monster with the same flash over Breaker. Wanted to do anything though. It's gotten back out of short. They're going to go for the boost over to WatchCon instead.
Yeah, and that's smart from NASR. Play a little bit more passive. You've got that player up towards Toxic. He's chilling. He's waiting for this player to go ahead and push, and already the kill comes in, and now things are starting to roll a little bit into the way of NASR. World had no utility, nothing to work off the back of, and that is well and truly punished. I don't know whether that might have been miscommunication coming in from D13, but regardless, it is a mistake, and at this point, D13 can't afford any mistakes.
No.
Not even a small one where they take a bit of damage, and losing a player.
A small mistake could be missing a smoke by a centimeter and leaving a small gap. A big mistake is pushing through a Monster with no utility or teammates to trade you or support you. So unlucky for World. He could have been trying to find the off timing. There's certainly a situation in which that could have worked, but not this time. And you don't want to be going for, like, when you're down 15-4, the last thing you want is high-risk plays, but Break's already found the first couple. Havoc's going to shut down another as well. All left up to rate 1 versus 4. Looking like it's going to be closed out here by KitKat up on the side with the mask, and no, won't be just yet. Rate stays alive. 1 versus 3, 1 versus 2 now, but there's Greens with the trade finally. 16-4.